Hey, boy with a boy is wrong.
Just did a bad thing. I'm cancelled.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Hey, it's your boy, back at it again with another video most people are gonna say is wrong. This is more of a quick reactionary thing I'm doing to give my fingers something to do. So just know, I usually make better content, wink wink, you new boy. So Nintendo came out swinging yesterday with a Ninty Dippy, which sounds disgusting. Now, setting aside my thoughts on the Direct as a whole, there was one announcement that made me slightly less depressed at 11 PM, ruining my sleep schedule. Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, there have been rumors forever about Metroid Prime Remasters. First, it was the entire trilogy at the Game Awards. Then, it became just the first game, which we all collectively took as fact, since that sounds too much like Nintendo to be made up. And yeah, it wasn't made up. Okay, fine, we don't know if they were ever planning to do the trilogy at once, but shh. Now, I'm a pretty recent Metroid fan. I've not yet been able to play every game, but overall, I consider myself a fan. The Metroid Dread reveal alone blew my mind so hard that it actually blew up my mind, which is why my videos are so bad. Now, before I get into my controversial takes, let me just say this. This looks better than sex. Visually speaking, this absolutely slaps, and I think it trumps even Wind Waker HD in terms of visually overhauled GameCube games. And of course, I am all for amazing games getting re-released so that more people can experience them. However, there is something that has been kind of bugging me about the way people are treating it. That being that people are lauding its price tag of 40 bones for a singular game. And that's getting lauded. The main reason why is because of Nintendo's rather gross habit of full-price re-releases, with the most infamous example being Skyward Sword HD, a barely graphically updated Wii game you could get for $20 on Wii U at the same time. And yes, I agree that compared to that, this is a million times better. No, my actual point is that 40 bones is still too much. For me, at least. I know what I find too much for a product is something that differs for everybody. Let me explain why I feel this way, though. Back in the Wii days, they released the entire trilogy, which, when it got digitally re-released for Wii U, eventually got sold for 20 bones. Now, I don't know about you, but paying 20 extra for just the first game, with no extra content or dramatic improvements outside of visuals. And listen, I get that in reality that is not an actually good, accessible, legal method anymore. Not to mention the conveniently timed closing of the storefront. But for me, it's about the principle. They once valued it far below 40, and even with how great it looks, I feel at most it should have been bumped up to 20, not 30 or so. Okay, maybe that's also not fair. After all, I have no idea how much work has been put into this project, and the line between what remakes and remasters even are have been getting blurrier by the day, mostly because they're terms used by gamers. So let's go with my definitions because I'm smart. A remake is literally remaking a game, doing everything from scratch, new engine, new physics, the works, all in an attempt to emulate the original. A remaster is only taking that original game and sprucing it up to whatever degree, but it's not starting from square one like a remake. Now let's be optimistic and say it's a remake. It isn't, but like I said, be optimistic, meaning that the work they put in sort of reflects the price. Well, sorry to say, but even then, Crash got entirely remade with all 3 of his games present. Also for 40 bones, and it speaks for itself that the remaster side is even worse, with something like the BioShock collection being a thing. My overall point is that yes, this is a step forward for Nintendo, but it's a baby step forward for me, and one that I don't think should be praised. It's like a general saying the war went well because they didn't lose as many soldiers as they were expecting. They're still dead, Brian. With that being said, please buy it because I love hostage situations. I'm very conflicted on the whole release strategy for this game and what Nintendo is getting at in general. There's recent examples where shadow dropping has been shown to be effective, and I can definitely see the appeal. It means that if you're watching the reveal and think it looks interesting, you can pick it up immediately after, and the longtime fans immediately get a game they've wanted for a long time now. That's the thing though, you have to actually know about its existence, which in this case, the general consumer base won't, as this was revealed in a presentation watched by dumbass idiot Nintendo fans who stay up till 12 a.m. And here's where I get conflicted, because no, I don't want a remaster of Prime to have this huge ad campaign like it's a brand new game with amiibos and all this other crap. That's killed a lot of their re-releases. Think back to 2018 with all the Wii U ports. Yet, I also want a lot of new people to actually play these games for the first time, like I did not too long ago, and I don't know if shadow dropping it like this will result in that happening. And if they only made this for the fans or whatever, why did they have that terrible narration in the Direct explaining the most basic things? Guys, this game is 20 years old. You don't need to explain to me what the visors do. Also, dick move to release the physical copies later. Collectors either have to wait or buy 2 copies. Another rebuttal to that is, well, they shouldn't buy 2 copies and be patient. But in the wise words of Brian David Gilbert,
criminalizing addicts is a really bad plan.
Okay, I'm just kidding, but it is strange, and it does annoy me how a lot of games are getting that treatment now. Like, seriously, anyway, I forgot what the video was about. Cheers, Fox.